Hi there and welcome to another episode of the FM Tactics series here on Busternet. This is a show where I take your tactics. I might change them a bit, sometimes I may not even change them at all. And we use them with Gloucester City as they seek to chase down United and seek further Champions League's glory. We've had quite a few tactics already on the show, and I thank everybody for sending these tactics in. This is not really a review show, it's just meant to show you what I might do with your tactics, like, whether I make big changes or small changes, or when would I make a change. Because the biggest question I get from people is how do they adapt during a game, right? So they have this tactic, they use this tactic, and most of the advice that we give people is limited to do this, do that, do this, but nobody has actually shown it using their tactics. So I thought it'd be cool to do a show which does basically that, and so we are doing that. And once again, if you want to send in your tactics, well, in the description below you can just pop in your tactic, you send space Dropbox, and then if you don't mind other people sharing your tactic, just let us know. And for some of the tactics where the contributors don't mind sharing it, I have a Dropbox link to the tactic, the pre and the post. And on today's show we have a tactic from someone called the Young Apprentice. Yes, nice name. And he's got a tactic in which is basically a 4-1-2-1 or a 4-3-3, whichever way you look at it. It's a pretty interesting system. Now, interestingly enough, it's got a couple of roles that I like. I've used the 4-1-2-1 on many occasions. Even this permutation is kind of common for me. So we have a Ramdauta on the left, we have inside forward and support, we have a DLF on support up front, we have a CM support, CM attack, DM defend, two fullbacks on support. Very, very safe. Push higher up is the only thing that he has that's a bit different from how I play. Play out of defense, will ball into box, push up. Now let's take a look at some of the PIs. Borthwick, pass it shorter. Cross from deep, nothing. Pass it shorter for the two central defenders. Distribute to fullbacks, roll it out. Okay, high possession then. Pass it shorter, few risky passes for the defensive midfielder. No nonsense there. From the CM on support, again, pass it shorter, few risky passes. In midfield, he's got the CM on attack, playing more direct, more risky passes. The Ramdauta is closing down more and tackle harder. Lacazette, or rather the striker up front, is closing down more, tackle harder, and the inside forward is also closing down much more. This guy is closing down a lot compared to the rest. Interesting. Yeah, nothing too wrong with that, I think. Basically it all sounds pretty good. The only thing, defensive, slightly higher D-line, playing on structure, okay, that's fine. If it was a fluid system, I would hesitate playing a slightly higher D-line, but we are going to try this tactic out without many changes against, guess who? Manchester City. Oh, and let's check out the run so far. The last tactic I used was the 4-4-2 diamond on the last show. It was pretty impressive. We made just one or two tweaks. We didn't make many changes to the tactic. Against Chelsea, it did really well, 2-1. I was so hesitant going into the match against Arsenal. I wanted to make more changes, but I decided to hold off those changes, and I'm glad I did. We hammered Arsenal 4-0. So thank you very much. You've all been helping Gloucester get up the table. Champions League glory. We may be through to the semi-finals if we can keep this going. The bad news was Abel Collado, the number one defensive midfielder we have in our side, is not available. He's suspended for this game. CM on attack, Germano. So this side of the pitch may not be very, how would I put it, safe. I can't think of another way of putting it. Other than that, who else do I have on the bench? Not many people. I mean, this is probably one game where Joe Hanks might have a call for coming and showing his face, like the game. But I'm not too sure. We got to use Z Gomez as the... I'm not too sure whether to use Z Gomez as the inside forward, or we are going to use Z Gomez as the inside for Ramdauta, and we're going to use Lopez as the inside forward and support. He's going to cut inside. Now this player, he's got tackle harder, close down more, dribble more, cut inside the ball, more risky passes and cross less often. The only danger is his dribbling is 13, first touch is 14, close down more, 10 for tackling. Is there anybody else who can play that role? Maybe Ross Barkley. Dribbling is 14. This is maybe one match where Ross Barkley might have a say. Maybe it's time finally for Ross Barkley to show up. He hasn't had a chance to play, so he might he's probably thanking the young apprentice for giving him a chance to play. And if that is the case, then yes, this is a fairly attacking lineup, except for Germano. So here we go against Manchester City. They're playing a 4-2-3 while we're playing defensive structured, slightly high D line. I'm still a bit nervous about that, but it's not it's not entirely a bad move, but we'll have to see. I'll reserve my comments until I see what I if it happens the way my back of my head, no, no, brain, the gut is telling me, then yeah, maybe I'll share it. But sometimes these kind of things, they don't come to pass because I haven't scouted the team, so I don't really know. I haven't really paid a lot of attention to Man City this season for some reason. Or I've been paying more attention to teams like United and Arsenal than Man City. Almedo to Bernardo. Bernardo gets the more reads the danger really well, gets it to Olmedo. Olmedo is playing it simple, gets it to Z Gomez. Z Gomez is a round outer. Now, there's something I don't like. Yeah, if I have a round outer, I need him to be played into space. Now, if you notice something, that's a good pass from Lacazette to Z Gomez. Now, one thing I love to do when I play a round outer is play slightly deep, because then I draw those teams in, and there's a lot of direct passing, and I play on a higher mentality to encourage this zippy, get the ball up quickly to the round outer kind of thing. And well, we'll see if that happens with this tactic. So we're 6 minutes in, and well, lots of possession. Not surprised. The 4-1-2-2-1s tend to drive lots of possession if they are set up solidly, and this tactic is actually quite solid. Defensive structure, nothing wrong with the system. Lots of my players up top, they're probably going to get more space. We probably need to do more work. Roam into space might be a good shout. Pass into space, roam from positions and pass into space might be good shouts to use. I'm itching to do that, but I'm holding myself back from doing that. We want to see how this tactic handles itself. 4 shots on target, but the problem is this, right? If you're on key highlights, then there's no point getting excited about stats like this, because it's a real there shouldn't be like, oh wow, I got 4 shots on target, but guess what, 2 of those shots not very good, 3 of those shots outside the box. So you shouldn't. I never get excited about stats. 4 shots on target, unless it's a highlight, then it's worth getting excited about. But if it's not a highlight, it means it wasn't a good opportunity. So there wasn't really a lot of chances created. So first half, we're going through this quietly. Wow. We're not happy because we're supposed to be the favourites, and so far, nothing's happening. Last 5 minutes, I'm tempted to make changes, but I still haven't seen how this tactic plays out. I mean, I can go to extended now to just try and see, okay, what's wrong actually, because I haven't seen a transition. If I don't see a transition from defense to attack, something is wrong. That's it. There's no two ways to describe it. The only time nothing is wrong when I don't see a transition is when I don't want anything to happen, when I'm like, I've got my balls to the wall and I'm defending for dear life. And that's the only time I'll say, I don't want to see a single bloody transition the whole game. Papa, Alowon, and Dye has already picked up a card. Z Gomez is not having a good game. Extended highlights, still not showing very much. We're already, 10 minutes into the extended highlights. Okay, I'm going to change certain things. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, we haven't seen anything, so I need to change so that we can get something going. I'm going to go to a normal defensive line. I'm going to take off the outside trap. I'm also going to go wider. Going to drop the work ball into box, and I'm going to pass it into space. Several changes. We're going to have whip crosses. Okay, there's a lot. It seems like there's a lot of changes, but let me explain why I'm making the changes. Firstly, I haven't seen an attack down the flanks. No width. Okay, let's go for width, because this has got width. We should. The second thing I'm not seeing is that I haven't seen any transitions involving our team. So we want to pass into space and work ball into box. Maybe we don't want to play too safe at the back as well. So we're going to leave him to make direct passes. We're going to tell him to make direct passes. He's going to play it safe. But now, he's already on a yellow card. So this is I'm a bit concerned with him getting a yellow card. We're gonna go on to standard, flexible, and confirm the changes and go. Let's see what happens now. I might lose, but I don't want to defend. I don't want to appoint against Man City. I want all three, so I'm taking a bit of risk now. Okay, let's see this. Donnarumma to Stones. Ooh, the first highlight is them. But look at this. Borthwick Jackson comes out to win the ball. Finally, we see a highlight. Oh no, Malibon. We don't see a highlight. We see us screwing things up. Andre Horta is coming right in. Almedo wins the ball. Ndaye, Borthwick Jackson. Again, look at the way we are, our roles and duties are at the moment. Germano has to do a lot of work on his own. Z Gomez with the ball, nothing to scream about. He's like on his own, losers. Yeah, he's not getting the space. He is not attacking the space. Because we need to control this side of the pitch in order for us to use a Ramdauter well. Andre Horta. Shots blocked. Z Gomez again. Borthwick Jackson. Back to Ndaye. Colado. Well, Man City have gone into a shell now. Germano. Back to Sergey Gomez. Oh, sorry, it's not Z Gomez, it's Zé Gomez, I think. That's Zé Gomez. I think that's how it's pronounced. Bernardo, he's off. Back to Andre Horta. Well, the boys are doing okay, but so far our top striker, Zé Gomez, is not having a good day in the office. There could be a lot of reasons why. One of the reasons, and we're not seeing much happening in the final third. Ball is not moving, and we have used the 4-1-2-2-1 quite well in the past, and now we are not. So I think we're gonna do something different. Okay, slight difference. Okay, maybe we're not getting enough. We're not attracting them to us. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna change this role to an advanced playmaker on support. What this is gonna do is he's gonna go towards the flanks. He's gonna try and drag players about, and this might free up space on this side of the flank for us. And I'm gonna turn him into a wing back on support. All right, that's almost as much change as I can think of. I don't change it too much, but so far we haven't really tested them. We're going to take Barkley off, and we're going to bring on Lopez as the playmaker on the left flank. So we're going to change things as well, since Lopez is going to have to put him here. Lopez, we're going to, because he's a lefty, so we're going to turn around Daughter here. It's not a major change. I'm just taking it. I'm playing to my player's strengths. One's the left foot, one's the right foot. I don't want him to be on the wrong side of the pitch. For Lopez especially. This guy is actually a CM on a. God, this is too many changes. I'm gonna keep it this way. This guy is gonna be a fullback on defense now because I got 2 attacking duties here. Here we go. Okay. And we're going to go to attacking, and we're going to go fluid. And we're going to try and press Manchester City for a goal. Lopez back to Ndaye, now to Lopez. The playmakers around Lacazette, back to Borthwick Jackson. Up in support, Ndaye to Germano. Germano shoots from range. It's not going to test the keeper, but the good news is in the last 5 minutes we've been in their half, we've been in their face. That's good. See, this is good. Germano with the free kick. Ooh, and it rocks the upright. Gloucester City 0, Manchester City 0. Okay, we made a few changes, and again Germano with another free kick, and it's over the top. 7 minutes to go. All right, guys, overload fluid now. Let's throw everything at them. Kitchen sink and all. Olmedo to Germano. Germano looks for Lacazette. Lacazette, or it loses. It's a sad, sad pass from Lacazette. Bevan goes wide, looks for options. Z Gomez comes in to help. No, he's not gonna. He doesn't do enough. Andre Horta comes charging at the boys. Olmedo wins the ball back. Germano can't get to this. Malborn, Andre Horta. This is going to be a disappointing point. Or we may not walk away with anything. We're taking a lot of risks. We can't overload, but we really, really want something out of this game. More to Z Gomez. Z Gomez checks back, gets it to Lopez. Now to Germano, to Lacazette. Out to Olmedo. The boys are moving the ball around. Olmedo holds the ball up under pressure. Borthwick Jackson out there to support him. Lopez, the playmaker, comes in, gets it to Olmedo. To Germano. There's not a lot of time. Germano's shot. Okay, the good news is we see more transitions. We see more things happening. Play is being moved around a bit more. Unfortunately for us, it may be a little too late. That's all. I'm going to have to try and make this a bit more aggressive, have a bit more attacking variations, because inside forward, okay, DLFS drops down this way, inside forward goes this way, Ramdata goes that way. So basically, you're not really creating space, congesting one area of the pitch. There's not a lot more space for the Ramdata to take advantage of. More. It's disappointing. Say Gomez definitely is pissed off. We should be winning these kind of matches. Yeah, that's true. A bit disappointed that United have moved further ahead. We qualify for the Champions League, but yep, Man City take 2 points. Basically, it's 2 points lost, but never mind. It's all right. Hanks, I'm gonna ask Sergey Gomez. Hank's happy to stay. I'm not sending my captain in. I don't want to talk to these players. We got bigger fish to fry. We got a title. We got a Champions League match coming up. Sometimes you get a tactic and you think to yourself, can I improve on the tactic? Then you come up with some options. I come up with some options for this tactic, right? Okay, I'm thinking like this. Then I'm looking at your original tactic. I'm going, my problem isn't the original tactic or any other tactic. It's just I suddenly realize my players are not good enough for this system. You got a DLF on support. He's got to be on his own. He's got to be able to win the ball, hold the ball, distribute the ball. You got Ramdata on attack. Must be very good. Must have acceleration. So he's minimum, I would say, 14 to 15. You got inside forward and support. Got to hold up the ball. Must be good with the ball. So who am I going to play here? Maybe Sergey Gomez I can play here. Ramdata on attack. Who do I have left? Maybe I'll have to place Lopez as a Ramdata. Then I got Lacazette. Then I got Olmedo and Hanks. Do you hear that? Hanks. Because I got nobody else. Then I can play Mafio in this position. Maybe I can play Ndaye instead of Joe Hanks. So this is your tactic, right? So these are options that I have. Here I'll put Ndaye here and Olmedo here. So Olmedo is a bit more attacking in orientation. So I basically got what I would think is probably the right setup. My only annoyance is my top scorer has to place in inside forward and support, which is something I don't like to do because I want him to score lots of goals. Unfortunately for me, I can't do that because he has to play in that position. Okay, so who else can play in this position apart from Lopez? Lopez is finishing 14 acceleration, 13. Then I've got Julian, Germano. Okay, Germano, you're playing. So we got Germano, but Germano really, all he's got going for him is acceleration. His finishing is only 12 and 13, so he may not be the perfect Ramdata. So, this is tough. So yeah, see, my problem is I don't really have the players for this. So we're playing against Arsenal in the Champions League quarterfinal. That's our next match. So let's go and get sorted. We're going to use the same tactic. We're not making many changes. However, when you play defensive structure with so many players up top, you're asking them to hold up the ball, do something with the ball, and then work ball into box. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna play it very fluid and play like this. All right, so the only thing now would be that my defensive line will be normal. And here we go. So I'll start the match off and let's go. Lacazette to Collado. Collado to Borthwick Jackson. Now to Webster. Webster to Sergio Gomez. Plays it Olmedo. Olmedo to Zé Gomez. Zé Gomez. Ndiaye does well. Olmedo now with the ball. Looks at Germano, but Germano, well, alright, Ramdauter. Pass into space actually. Let's go pass into space instead of ball into box. Sosa. I mean, I could get this spectacularly wrong. Trust me. Maybe work ball into box is the right move. But I mean, work ball into box could be the right thing to do, but I have to remember certain things. I got like players like Sergio Gomez, speed not very good. I mean, I'm not too sure. I'm not too thrilled about playing so high up the pitch. My side doesn't normally play high up the pitch. We normally play deep defensive lines, and then we hit teams on the break. And speaking of the devil, he just got injured. So I'm gonna take him off and bring Taylor Moore. Sosa, Ndiaye goes back. Wallen takes a shot. So far, Arsenal haven't really carved out anything spectacular in terms of chances. So we're not too fast. I mean, 0-0 in the first game. The tactic has potential. I reckon if I had the perfect players for it, but I don't. And we're just doing our best to play it smart by playing it to our strengths. Ndiaye to Germano. Oh, it's taken off him by Bellerin. Germano didn't have time. At least makes an attempt to win the ball back. Danaher, the boys are back defending. Borthwick Jackson gets to the ball and plays it. Oh, beautiful ball into space for Germano. Germano again loses the ball. He's on his own. He's struggling to do something with the ball. Okay. More to Mafio. Back to the keeper he goes. Looking at the congestion there, I don't even know whether my Ramdaughter is gonna have a good day now. Oh, this is good defending. Not many opportunities for them. So what we're gonna do here on this flank, I'm gonna make you into inside forward and attack, and then Vollen to Bellerin. Back to Webster, Ndiaye to Olmedo. Olmedo to Ndiaye. Ndiaye to Germano. Germano to Lacazette. Lacazette. Ooh, that would have been a beautiful goal if that had come off. So 32 minutes in. We've got the key. Sole. Collado wins that. Ndiaye with the ball. Oh, Ndiaye. There is good support from Olmedo. Olmedo. Loses it to Vollen. Alright, one more change. Wing back on support. And wing back on support. So far, so good. Arsenal have not been able to do much against us at home. Kouassi to Sole. Sole, good work from Collado. Sosa. Out he goes to Vollen. Vollen. Ooh, Johnston gets to that easily. Alright, Johnston is going to play it safe to Mafio. Mafio plays it out to Collado. But Gloucester City haven't come out. So, I mean, we've been defensive the whole way. Oh, alone, Ndiaye. Who can I bring on for you? Nobody. So you're going to have to last, mate. The whole game, Olmedo. Alright, what you see this position here, nobody is coming down to give them a hand. So, advanced playmaker on support. That's what I'm going to do. And you are moving into channels. Okay. Moore is on his own. Mafio plays it back to Moore. Moore to Colado. Colado to Ndaye. Ndaye to Lacazette. Lacazette to Olmedo. Back to Colado to Ndaye. Ndaye. This is like mesmerizing me. It's almost sending me to sleep. Germano to Ndaye. Oh, Ndaye gets you to Lacazette. Lacazette holds the ball up, gives it back to Colado because of our mentality is so low. And they lose out there. See, the Arsenal players got bored. They go like, what the hell is wrong with you, buggers? You can't do anything with the ball. Just give it back to us. We'll show you how to score goals. Just watch this. Hits the upright. I was almost right. Arsenal went through the transitions quickly. So because let's play on the higher mentality, then we are Ruli to Kouassi. Kouassi now to Sole. Colado does really well. Fortunately, Zé Gomez was not equal to the task. I mean, it was too slow. The Ciano comes charging at the half. They should be able to get a few goals in this game. Yeah, Danaha gets one. Alright, we're going to come out and play control now. I think it's enough of this sitting back and playing defensively. We're just going to make sure that they have to work a lot harder now. Ooh, they have. They certainly thought about it. They've gone to a 4-2-4. But we haven't played very well with the system. So maybe we're not suited. I mean, I generally think that we don't have the players. My Torino side probably has better players to play the 4-1-2-2-1, but not Gloucester City. Gloucester City has been redesigned into a team that plays slightly differently. Papua Alone and Dae can't come off. He's got a back strain now. He's like looking at me going, bro, I can't do this, you know. So we're going to take you off for Ross Barkley. He's had a very good game though. I'm playing players who can't fit my system, so we did our best with this 89 minutes. Sosa. Well, it could have been worse. Arsenal could have scored 4 goals. It's like I said with the ball. Gets it to Borthwick Jackson. To Barkley. Barkley to Lacazette. Back to Zé Gomez. Zé Gomez into space. Then Lacazette goes, oh my god, you know how old I am? I'm 34 bloody years old, boy. Don't give me those kind of balls. You gotta give them to the younger boys. Iwobi, oh, that was a nice turn. But Colado's first touch let him down. And Iwobi is inside the box. They almost make it 2-0. There's not much time left on the clock. And I can see 2 players injured there. To see two little injuries on my bench. Oh, well. Lacazette to Olmedo to Zé Gomez. Zé Gomez plays it back to Lacazette. Lacazette back to Olmedo. Olmedo to Barkley. Barkley back to Zé Gomez. Zé Gomez, Lacazette. Ooh. Yep. I don't have the players for this. That's it. It's not that the tactic is a weak tactic or anything like that. It's actually a pretty good tactic. It's defensively fairly solid. I'm having to take more and more risks because I don't have the players to play this. I tried. I could definitely change a couple of the roles, but it's not going to make much of a difference because I would prefer it. I would prefer to play with a very different configuration for my team. But that would be changing this tactic into something that's totally not like the user's tactic, and I don't think that is something I want to do. Yeah, so the first game 0-0, second game we lost 1-0. Yep, here okay, but the good news is we're still in the Champions League semi-finals. All right, well done, lads. Teams, if you're looking at the heat map for Gloucester City, I wish it was this. See, look at that. It's a huge heat map, right? Like this. I mean, a system like this can afford to take a bit more risk because you have so much possession. Arsenal, it's like two teams. Two teams are having the same kind of possession in the same kinds of areas. So we need to do a lot. I think my players needed to do a lot better with this system, and they're just not cut out for this. If I'm looking at look at that, even the pass combinations show that there's linkage between all the players. Arsenal's one was so totally different. I think that what we need probably are better players for this, and I would say we'd have to take a bit more risk. We'd have to try to take a bit more risk with the system and then maybe change some of the probably play this guy as a deep line playmaker. Then at least one of these, maybe this I would have swapped this guy over to here. Then this guy was on attack, but I would have a wing back on defend here, and here I'd have a wing back on attack bombing down this way. But then it would have ended up looking like a lot like my own tactics. So yeah, so that's why I didn't want to change it, because I have a 4-1-2-2-1 that is fairly successful, but it doesn't look anything like this. It's very, very different. And I like to thank young Apprentice for his tactic. It was a solid tactic, I would say. For my team, probably I need better players to play this. We don't really have a round outer, and my inside forwards, well, I don't think my strikers can play as inside forwards. That's why I usually like to play 3 men on top with Gloucester City. Torino, maybe. Vittorio Paragini would have ripped this tactic apart, man. He would have loved to play as a round outer. He's scoring loads of goals as a round outer with Torino. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into the show. It wasn't a fantastic way to end it, the tactic, but sometimes, sometimes I win, sometimes I don't, and that's the reality of the game. It's great though. Finally, I actually go into games not entirely sure if I'm gonna win. This was one of them. So thanks for sending in your tactic. If you have any questions, or if anybody has any questions, you know where to find me, the usual places. You want to submit your tactic, send Space or Dropbox is a great place to put your tactic up. Then link the tactic to the description below, and I'll take a look at it. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody who sent in their tactics, and to all my patrons out there who have been supporting this channel, thank you very much. I look forward to hearing from all of you very soon. You guys take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.